Well, I guess first I want to thank you for taking on this fight, those behind me and those in front of me. I take a more citywide perspective on this issue. Community facilities, of which St. John's is one, are literally taking over neighborhood after neighborhood in every borough in this city. And while they have an important function, obviously St. John's is a great institution, we cannot allow them to destroy the very fabric of the neighborhoods they're supposed to be serving. The battle, you can applaud that. The battle you're fighting here tonight is a battle that half a dozen neighborhoods are fighting as well. In Manhattan, in Brooklyn, in the rest of Queens, in Staten Island, and the Bronx, it's all the same situation. And there's a certain sense of arrogance by these institutions that they, because they have a higher purpose, they know what's best for the community that surrounds them. And I think we have to teach them a lesson. No, the people know what's best for themselves. We have to say to St. John's, why didn't you reach out to this community? Why didn't you ask them, involve them in your discussions about what was going to happen? And you could have had a cooperative relationship. But doing it the way they did is simply wrong. And you're fighting a battle that so many of others are fighting, that I'm fighting in the City Council, to try and change the rules so that community facilities such as St. John's cannot do this anymore. And as Senator Padovan said, even if I get those changes made, it's not going to affect this because it can't be retroactive. But you're making a nuisance of yourselves. And that's the only way you really can stop this. Because you should do everything to find out about the plans, whatever you can do to slow the developer up. But in the end, St. John's is in ultimate control. And you have to get them, in my opinion, to violate the contract. They're going to have to pull out of this contract. Because I think the contract is just going to keep feeding money into this. And he'll do whatever he has to, because there's so much money in this construction. They can probably afford $14 million and still walk away from it with a huge profit. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep having those rallies. Because I can tell you, that works. And I'll just give you one example. In my district, St. Mel's Church, new pastor came in and decided to put up 23 cell phone towers on the elementary school. You can imagine the parents went wild. I led the fight with them. Oh, we can't take them down, the church was telling me, and I met with Bishop Damasio. We have 5-year contracts. We can't do this. Well, we had 5 or 6 demonstrations in front of the church, and I got to tell you, that was really wild for a lot of people to do that. It's to demonstrate in front of their own church. We forced the issue, and we finally got the church on our side. They had to go to court on the very contracts that they had signed. It took 2 years. Every one of those cell phone towers is gone. But it was the public pressure that did it. You can be successful if you all work together. You definitely have the support of all your elected officials. Don't stop. You certainly have my support as chairman of the zoning committee at the City Council. Whatever I can do to support you and the local elected officials, I will do. But your presence here tonight and those rallies are extremely important. And working together, as the other civic associations are here tonight, we have to build a citywide coalition of all the civics and all the people that are fighting this issue. Then to get City Hall finally to make the changes so this never happens again. Thank you for inviting me. Oh, by the way, my wife would kill me if I didn't mention this. If we don't get these changes by City Hall in 2 years, I'm running for mayor, and I'm going to make those changes.